Hello, welcome to Deloitte Tax TV. My name is Lucy Scanlon and I'm a director here in the transfer pricing team. Today I want to talk to you very briefly about transfer pricing documentation. Specifically, what is transfer pricing, what is transfer pricing documentation, and why is it important to have documentation in place? This is really topical at the moment, as just this week Inland Revenue launched its transfer pricing documentation compliance campaign. Under this campaign, Inland Revenue is requesting transfer pricing documentation for review from taxpayers. So what is transfer pricing? Transfer pricing applies to cross-border associated party transactions. That means transactions between related parties that go across different countries. The goal is that these transactions are priced at arm's length. Arm's length just means that the transaction is priced as if the two entities were dealing with each other as independent third parties. Now, there's guidelines that we apply to support the arm's length pricing of the transactions, but I won't go into detail on those. For New Zealand purposes, it's just important to know that our legislation requires all cross-border associated party transactions to be priced at arm's length. Inland Revenue anticipate that taxpayers will support and demonstrate the arm's length pricing of those transactions by preparing transfer pricing documentation. Now, there's certain requirements about what should go into a document, but essentially it's an analysis and support of the arm's length pricing of those transactions. The documentation that should be prepared to support those transactions depends on the nature, materiality, and complexity of the transactions. So it's really important that you talk to your transfer pricing advisor about what documentation is appropriate for your business. The documentation should be prepared by the time you file your tax return for the year. Now, what's the benefit of preparing transfer pricing documentation? In short, penalty protection. If Inland Revenue take a different position, your transfer pricing documentation demonstrates that you have considered the transfer pricing and taken reasonable care in coming to your position. So that's a whistle-stop tour of transfer pricing documentation. If you'd like to talk more, please contact me or one of the transfer pricing team here. We always like to talk about transfer pricing.